What's good, YouTube? It's your boy AyoStiff. And as you can see from what's on your screen, no, I'm not talking about these two dudes. I'm talking about the title. We have another video from Codename Super. The day Goku took the crown from GOMAH the Demon King. Now, I'm pretty sure all of us, honestly, if you haven't, you're late. But let's be realistic. Majority of us have already watched Dragon Ball Daima, and we're all right now waiting for Season 2. Now, like I've said in one of my past videos, we do have a Dragon Ball event coming up in Japan. It should be in January, if not February. It's one of those two. It's real soon, real soon. They have an event coming up where they're coming out with 2 new games, right? We're getting 2 new Dragon Ball games, and there's going to be a Dragon Ball project. We don't know if it's going to be Dragon Ball Daima Season 2, or if it's going to be Dragon Ball Super Season 2, or it's going to be a movie. Now, I did see recently, and I really thought this is a joke, but it could be true, because there was somebody who said, and this is before what I seen just recently. Before then, somebody said it was possibly going to be like a movie about Vegeta's past, and then I seen something just recently, like I'm about to say like a few weeks ago, again, where it could again be about, they got a leak saying it could be about Vegeta's past. And I'm gonna speak for all of us. Are we gonna hate it? No, we're not gonna hate it. It's Vegeta, you know, that's the prince, so we gonna mess with it, obviously. But realistically, we want Dragon Ball Super Season 2. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see Moro, I'm trying to see Granola, I'm trying to see that Black Frieza, you know what I'm saying? Or Daima Season 2. Either one of those two. But a Vegeta backstory movie, bro, we already know about his backstory. What else is there to tell? But I mean, I guess, sure. But anyway, that's the stuff going on with Dragon Ball. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into the reaction of this video, and I'm ready to laugh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, go crazy.
Yeah, that's my type. Yeah, tight shit. Hey, yeah, come on.
So Goma's gonna get the evil third eye, and it causes him to start glitching, and he transforms like he got hit with the Mega Mario mushroom.
Nah, for real.
His size. And you know he had to hit that mandatory villain smirk, knowing damn well he didn't do shit for that power. And as you could probably tell, he's not really in a space where a lot of people can see the transformation. You know he had to go out there to flaunt it. So he decides to just pull up on Goku and Majin Buu, who are currently fighting, and he throws a ki blast right in between them, so he could have all eyes on him. And hey, he got his wish. He turned all the heads, and he comes jumping out like this, arms crossed to hide the third eye. Dudes with eye abilities always gotta savor the reveal. Like, come on bro, we get it, the eye is special. Like, really look at him sitting there giggling, like he knows he got everybody's attention. So now he moves his arms to reveal the eye, and bro is happy as hell. But that wasn't enough. He had to flex even more. He takes a bunch of rocks and creates this floating platform just to show that he does this building shit for real, creating this claw-like arena. But now the theatrics from him were over, because Vegeta is going to make the first move on him, flying at him just to get blocked by a mere finger. And nah, this is crazy. Not even Vegeta himself is bigger than this man's hand right now. I'm not really sure how he's supposed to win. His record in his normal size is already bad, but hey, I guess we'll see. Goma's gonna throw a gargantuan gut punch, but Vegeta is able to catch it, and the force of the attack sends him flying up. So now Goma's gonna chase him, but Vegeta finds his way to this platform. And from this angle, it looks like this man is literally fighting a Titan. Straight Sandwich, Wiki, and Megatron. Yeah, no speech is making me charge in like that. Seeing the difference from here is crazy. He manages to successfully hit the quick time event out the way, and even GOMAH is surprised at his power as he breaks the platform. He's chasing him some more, and Vegeta's moving backwards, throwing ki blast, but this shit is clearly not working. He's able to gain on him faster than the Queen and Jackson Storm, and he comes in with an oversized Lariat, sending him flying down. As he was falling, he thought a brilliant solution to that was to go Super Saiyan and fly right at him. This should work, right? Hell no. He flies at him throwing a punch, and that shit said. And then GOMAH just grabs him and tosses him away. The throw was so crazy that it made him de-transform before impact. I don't think I ever seen that. Goku watched all that shit with the Stephen A. Smith base and said, yeah, nah, we gotta jump him. Had me rubbing my eyes to make sure this is still Dragon Ball. You mean to tell me they're not waiting till Vegeta's like 1 HP and holding his left arm before deciding to go in? Shit. Okay. The Rugrats fly in and go for an attack, and Goma's just gonna block Goku's punch and Piccolo's kick. Meanwhile, in the back line, we got Supreme Kai using Ki Blast, and Glorio just up in the blick. Yeah, you know how I feel about using guns in Dragon Ball. He automatically trash in my eyes. He throws them off and blocks the ki blast. Then Goku flips, hits a pose, and flies back in, and Vegeta's gonna come right behind him with the blast, making GOMAH cover himself, and they all attack the openings. But of course, it doesn't do shit, with GOMAH coming out the smoke unscathed and not a single dent in his 20 bars of health. They fly back, and he blocks all the attacks simultaneously, and it's really looking too easy for him. Straight mascots versus kids in football. This man is over here having the time of his life. GOMAH sees Dr. Ensu and her minions not doing shit and starts screaming at them to go help. Cause this man right here is clearly everyone's problem. Fuck you standing around for? I know she tired of seeing people with powers not doing shit. That's probably why she left Yamcha's lame ass. But she's just like, shit, you right, and orders her minions to go. And after that, the camera pans to Neva. And I'm sitting there wondering how this man got waves with no hair. But he contributes too, allowing Tamagami number 1 to go in and help. And now the whole squad is ready to join in the fight. The camera pans back to the battlefield and GOMAH is putting straight belt to the fighters. He hits a double back fist and kicks Goku with Ronaldo level bicycle kick, sending him flying off. These two try to blast him, but he's just gonna block it with rocks and hit them with it. But now it's time for the cavalry to arrive. So now Majin Buu comes in with his elastic arms and ties both of his wrists up. And they come in to capitalize on the attack. This is beautiful work right here. But GOMAH was able to use the rocks to easily knock them all out the way. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this jumping shit is not having a good impression right now. I'm already knowing they're never trying a 4+ man jumping session ever again. But in the midst of all that, a beam is fired at him, and it's shown to be Tamagami number 1. I'm watching the screen like, got him. But just like when Light Yagami takes a dub, his facial expression changed to this devious grin as he hits the attack with the Uno reverse, sending it back to him and get blasted away. And now he's just gonna veer off to pose on this platform. And this would really be a cold shot if half the squad he was facing weren't toddlers. But hey, having your arms folded like that in an 8v1 is kinda tough, I guess. So now GOMAH's gonna put on a light show, but he could clearly see that nobody gives a shit. He breaks the ground below them and uses the rubble as means of attack. And man, they're really showing us what we could have for the next Dragon Ball Super arc. If the Mora arc don't look like this, we have to ride it. They really got the One Piece animators down here just to warm up, and they're giving a straight peek. The Powerpuff Boys are going to fly in, and I've never seen them move as a unit with such grace, dodging and getting back into formation. Then they show us the supersonic POV, and the animators are just taunting us for real, showing us Goku dodging and weaving as smooth as ever. As he tries chomping him down, Tamagami number 1's gonna come in like a character assist and come cut up the rock. So now Goku, Piccolo, and Vegeta are hawking him down, and we get more coordination, cause Piccolo and Vegeta move up and down in sync, leaving Goku to clash. And this gives Piccolo and Vegeta an opening, but it doesn't do shit. And now is where GOMAH really decides to show the gap between all of them, as he fends off against his opponents 1/10 his size, precisely and accurately like it's nothing. One Punch Man can't relate, he's struggling against a damn fly. He sends them flying off, and Tamagami thought it was the perfect time to sneak in, but no, GOMAH's gonna defy physics, bending his arm backwards just to block the sword. Then he's gonna hit a spinning back kick. You know, and look at how fast these two pulled up after.
I watched the anime. I don't remember him doing that bullshit. That must have slipped my brain, because that is wild. I don't. Ah, hell nah. He built different for real.
Charging up Ki Blast, knowing damn well it's not gonna do shit. Supreme Kai, you are on fraud watch. You did not throw one punch this whole fight. We see you putting in that fugazi effort. They get their attacks reflected, and Majin Buu flies in and gets returned quick as hell. And they had me fooled. The setup they did for this attack made me think it was going to be some sort of legendary finish. As Majin Buu comes in, he's going to trap him, and Goku comes flying in. And I want you to really look at that dynamic camera action. That's the type of creative direction that really takes Dragon Ball fights to the next level. He's gonna hit him with a punch, but GOMAH's gonna sit there smiling because he knows it's not gonna do shit for real. The punch is gonna take him all throughout the map, and it encourages everyone to come in and get a free licking. And I just know Supreme Kai's scary ass was hype as hell to start punching now that it's nice and safe. Look at how far ahead he is. You can't make this up. Their attacks are all gonna hit, but it doesn't mean shit. As he pushes them all off, he's just gonna slowly rise with his arms folded, looking reminiscent of Jiren. But I guess I can't even say that, because based on the Dragon Ball timeline, this man was seen first, as this was made before Super. But he's gonna fly up, and the squad is gonna surround him and charge up their attacks. And this man is just sitting there, arms folded like he's a fake Michael Jackson watching another fake one dance. Bro, you are not him for real. They all end up firing at him, and he puts up an energy blocking field. And after the attacks were done, he's gonna disperse the energy, airing out the whole arena, and absolutely nobody was safe. The attacks managed to hit Goku and Vegeta, and they both looked like they put on the earrings to hit the fusion. But it was clear the attacks were brutal, as it had Vegeta weakened and holding his arm out on some Goku. I ain't seen him do this shit since Namek, but he then falls down in slow motion, and unfortunately for Goku, he was not awarded the same luxury. He's going to get suspended in the air because of GOMAH. And then he's going to fire a beam at a defenseless child, and thankfully there are people in the area who are not named Supreme Kai that are willing to put their life at risk to block off the attack, and it's Tamagami and Majin Buu. And the resistance leads to GOMAH releasing control over Goku, and he's able to get himself together and unlock Super Saiyan 3 in that moment. So the two were just like, well, he got it, and just lets the beam through. And Goku's going to let the beam hit straight forward. And then it disperses as he glares at him.
He got it.
And now it's time for another round of fighting. Goku moves in with the confidence, flying in slow motion, introducing him to that change of pace. As he's then going to blitz him, catching him off guard into a gut punch, creating this clean wallpaper. Matter of fact, let me try it out. Yeah, never mind. This shit low-key ass. He tries to counter too, but he moves out the way in the blink of an eye and spins in for a kick, knocking him down and got bro scrambling around for his drop loot. He's going to lift his head up to see Goku moving in slow motion again, just waiting for bro to regain stability. This not even tactical, cause he's gonna fire the ki blast and he had enough time to move out the way. Shit, it looked like his plan was just to scare him off, cause it got him running like this shit Scooby-Doo. He's going to try to catch him by turning, but he was prepared and they started scrapping. The fight was so good that the side characters were getting hyped up to join in, and some do, but it was going to be short-lived like a Piccolo entrance. As they come in boxing, he's going to push them away with energy, and then they re-engage just for Tamagami to get blocked, and Do to get elbowed away. And off that one attack, bro went out of commission. And Tamagami shitty too, because all he did was catch one weak ass right, and he was down for the count too. Goku comes in and he's gonna catch an energy flash, which sends him away, but he's not sorry, so he's still up to fight. But as for Majin Buu, he's gonna need some help getting back up. So Majin Buu is gonna come back in to give him something. And you would expect like a Sensu Beam or something like that, but nah. He comes in with the healthiest item in DJ Khaled's pantry, this big ass cookie. And he's gonna jump up and throw that bit like a Captain America shield right into bro's mouth. And even though he's completely unconscious, his instincts kicked in, started aggressively chewing it, and then he's just gonna completely devour it and regain his energy. And this man is really a troll. He sees Goku yelling and charging up with spiked hair, so now he's gonna do the same thing. And I'm like, damn, does he think that this is all there is to it, just screaming and hair growth? Never mind, don't answer that. But Do is gonna fly towards him, and he uses his arm to trap GOMAH, and Goku comes in and punches him, extending him out, and Do spins him around. And I already knew the lob was coming. As he tosses him to Goku, he's gonna punch his face into a frown, throwing another lob, and Do comes in, and this is where the animators let us know they really came from this One Piece shit, because they make Do hit the Dum Dum Gatling, making bro look left and right, giving him straight work, even having his eyes closed and just laughing at him while doing it. But it was short-lived because he got tired, and since he's dazed, GOMAH's gonna come in with that heavy attack and punch him away, basically subbing him out. Now Tamagami's gonna come in and they're beating the shit out of him. He out there looking like Mayuto, each of them going hit for hit on him, out there making him look crazy, until he decides to just hit them with an using the eye as a Cyclops laser to come in and beam Goku down, knocking out Tamagami. And it was GOMAH's time to get back now. He comes in to step on Goku, and then he's gonna punch him with a fist covering 3/4 of his body. And now he's in the air, and he's gonna punch him right back down and kick him away. This man is straight evil. Got Goku walking weak as hell like Konohamaru against Naruto, but he was still trying to swing. But he simply just walks out the way, and then he falls. And he's like, you know what? I just got jumped. It's time to put this to rest. I'm not playing. GOMAH's gonna blast Goku down, putting him to the floor. And now that there was seemingly no one to stop GOMAH, he decides to up the finisher, going up into the sky with this purple energy ball, and it looks like all hope is lost. But if there's one thing about Toriyama, it's that he's really gonna use that free will. I just know he was writing this part like, hey, fuck it. Like, come on, bro. Never just walks in, mystical abilities, and then he just gets back up, and he gets Super Saiyan 4. We not serious. But yeah, the form is here. I think it looks tough, but my only problem is that it not covering the whole arm just kind of looks weird to me. GOMAH sees that, and he's...
Now, listen. I agree at the start, right? At the very start when I first seen it, I was like, whoa, bro, that shit look clean. Then I looked at his arms and I was like, okay, I guess. That was literally it. It was literally, I guess. Because it was, y'all let me know, like, is this form better than GT, or is the GT Super Saiyan 4 better than Diamond? Let me know how y'all feel in the comments below. But I don't have a problem with it now, but at the start I was a little about them arms. But other than that, the form is nice as hell. No, regardless of what anybody says, I don't care.
Just like,
What? What the hell no?
and throws the ball right after the transformation, and he might as well have asked for an autograph or a photo the way he's giving him more aura. But he's gonna throw that shit back, pause, and immediately went back to flexing his new transformation. Look at how the Super Saiyan 4 aura engulfs the whole stage. Yeah, GOMAH's shaking in his boots right now. The camera pans back to Goku, and look at him. Why is he just staring to the side like that? But he's gonna turn and immediately get into stance, letting us know that it's showtime, no Lakers. They fly at each other and cause not one, but 2 explosions before staring off at each other. And GOMAH really has his boxing stance out on lock. So Goku's like, alright, let me see if you're really moving like that. And comes in to throw a punch. GOMAH dodges, and nah. This is how locked in the animators are. We showing Goku's fur flying off now. This is really them doing it for the love of the game. This is why we watch. GOMAH's gonna block the next attack, duck under the kick, then he's gonna fly in with this punch, and Goku catches it, tripping the hell out of his middle finger. He can't even move. After he was done watching him struggle, he pulls him down and puts him in the dragon throw animation, spinning him around, and then he tosses him away. And before he could realize, Goku was already behind him, ready to sneak him. He hits him, causing him to make this face mixed with shock and pain. And the second he turns, we see Goku come in the frame smiling. He already know he about to do some bullshit, and he did. He hits him with the headbutt, and it caused him to get launched out the frame. And Goku's really a troll because he's gonna come in and try that shit again, but lands into a GOMAH elbow, and they scrap for a bit until GOMAH decides to randomly just run away. Come on now, you know you're not going anywhere. Goku flies with him and comes in to hit him right in his chest. I'm watching happy as hell until I realized all his efforts were gonna be for nothing, as he got levels of recovery even greater than Hashirama. He heals all wounds and sends him flying backwards. This shit sends him far as hell, but he recovers by swinging around this pillar and coming back in with a punch, which he easily blocks with this giant hand hitbox. Goku's gonna weave, then veer off the next punch, sending him back, and then he's gonna do this track sprint start to come back flying in. And he tries to kick, but he misses, and Goku hooks him with the tail, and he ain't never seen a maneuver like this. He's gonna swing up to kick him in the face, then punch him again, turning bro's face into a beanbag. Then he's gonna parkour off his head, get his kick blocked, weave, then push off his fist with his leg. GOMAH fires blast at him, and Goku returns with key span blast of his own. I know Vegeta's sorry ass looking proud right now. And GOMAH's gonna use a bunch of rubble and toss them at Goku, but he's able to parkour off them like it's a video game and come in with a ball of energy. And this is really how you know he's feeling the transformation. What prompted you to hit a whole flip while you already caught him off guard just to hit him with the blast same way? It causes this big explosion, and then it has GOMAH on the ground. And now the side characters thought it was a good idea to step back in. Supreme Kai talking about some let's go. I know Goku was watching Supreme Kai flying like this. Goku's boxing and they all fly in. And this is when I realized from GOMAH's perspective, Goku's really just the main boss, and they're really just the weak ass enemies that periodically come in when you be fighting for real. And he treats them as such. Dude comes in and he instantly gets a big foot to the back of his dome. And Tamagami catches a back fist. But that wasn't the last of them, cause they're all gonna team up again and fire beams from all different directions, but he just uses the barrier again, blocking it all, and disperses the energy, pushing them all away. So Goku's gonna decide to go in with an ISO. They clash twice, Goku fires a ki blast, and I don't know what happened after this, but Goku just decides to give him the nastiest 3-piece. Like, look at what this punch did to him. Then he's gonna follow it up with a kick, completely taking his head out the frame, pushing him up, and it leaves his gut wide open. And he punches him, sending him down. And yeah, I know I said 3-piece, but it was really a 5, because he's gonna Superman punch him into this rock, and in the dark he's gonna hit him with the ki blast, pushing him right out. Shit was lethal, had him crashing into multiple obstacles in his own terrain, and you know he was fiending to get back. He flies towards him, and Goku's just looking like this. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not approaching that. He looking down, charging up, thinking about everything he hates, just to whoop your ass. Meanwhile, you got Glorio down here talking about some damn it. Bro think he the main character. He's gonna fly in and Piccolo's gonna join in out of nowhere. Got GOMAH watching them fly up like, he not worried about that. They come in and fire blast, and I'm just happy Glorio dropped that weak ass weapon and fired a real blast like a man. And for GOMAH, if get the fuck out my way where a key blast stands, this would be it. They clashed, and honestly, they were doing good. So GOMAH just added an extra and it blasted them away. And to be fair to them, they did do well, cause they bought Goku enough time to charge up this Kamehameha. And nah, do you see how they smoothly put that Kamehameha into our eyes? They made that shit look so majestic. GOMAH's known to break the anime rules though. As we first seen, he tried to stop a transformation aura farm, and now he's trying to stop a whole attack? Hey, he may have cheesed his way to these powers, but I gotta admit, he might be one of the first villains to move with some actual common sense. He's gonna fly in with his fist winded up and hit him with the right directly to the face. Then he comes in with the left to knock him upside down, breaking the form completely. He not playing. Goku had the white eyes and that caused the squad to panic. Not me though, I just knew Goku was gonna pull through. Could I have been glazing? Possibly, but I was right though. He's going to gather himself while being upside down, but we see blue glares come across all angles from different perspectives. Creative director really in his bag with this one. Had me hitting the move in real life. He's going to turn and hit the move upside down and completely catch GOMAH off guard. He had no option but to block, and he was holding it off too until Goku decides to lace it with his orange aura to push the attack right through. That shit explodes and it looked like a nuke dropped in the arena, left this giant ass crater. Shit not fooling anyone though. We not 5 years old anymore. We know the writing tactics. He's gonna come out with the transformation, putting a purple ball around him, and the result is a form with even greater size and strength, turning bro into a giant or giant. And as if it couldn't get any worse, Goku's gonna get robbed. This man GOMAH's literally just gonna telepathically pick him up and take away his Super Saiyan 4. And he's like, you know what? Let me take the 3-2. The situation was so bad that dudes went and gathered the Dragon Balls immediately. Sure reminds me of when Vegeta and the squad were rushing the wish for immortality. But this time, it's about Dr. Ironsu and the wish to make her Supreme Demon King with the greatest magic power. And mind you, she had Glorio learn the whole Namekian language so he could do the wish for her. Yeah, she should have took the time and downloaded that Duolingo, cause there ain't no chance I'm letting someone do a whole wish for me. That's a top 5 way to not get your wish fulfilled. GOMAH sees this and he's trying to break another anime rule. Trying to attack Shenron? Come on bruh. That is simply not happening. He flies in, throws a punch which does nothing, and gets flicked away. But again, I can respect the common sense, cause why are we really just letting dudes get away with attacks, transformations, and wishes? Finally, someone got the will to not let shit happen so easily. He out there checking all the boxes. After that, it was free for Glorio. He had the opportunity to do anything. Give her the wish, take the wish for himself, but nah, he decides to wish for everyone to go back to normal size, which is the best wish for me as a viewer. But if I'm right in front of Shenron and had a wish in this universe, oh yeah, give me that power instead. But I told Aransu to fuck off. Nigga, fuck you. Especially if my name is Glorio. Bro flying around using this lame ass gun, you need it. But yeah, they all come back into their forms and everybody's looking at their hands like, wow, I'm back to normal. And I want you to notice Piccolo with the tattered fit, not really doing anything crazy right now. Now look, the camera pans away and we see Vegeta hype as hell to not be Krillin's height anymore. And they're gonna pan us back to Piccolo. Man, he's already back on his bullshit. Bro, we see the fit, I promise. Like really, what is this? He got the light shining on him. You can't see his arm, but you know that shit folded. And no, seriously, why does the sunlight look so majestic? Not even Superman pulling this shit off. Or farming at a time like this is outrageous. You just got your body back. Now that everyone's back into form, Vegeta's telling Goku that they could go back to taking turns again. And yep, we back to that old Z. Straight ISO work. The jumping is dead. Vegeta and GOMAH are gonna stand off again. And GOMAH's just smirking, knowing he doubled his size again. So Vegeta growing up from 5 foot to 5'2" really don't mean anything. Vegeta's going to engage, and they do the same camera motion as Cooler vs Goku. The spin into the right hand block. And GOMAH's gonna turn with this dickhead ass smile. Throws a punch, but Vegeta hesitates, making him miss. He goes in, punches GOMAH between the eyes, and falls straight down to attack him from a different angle. But the thing is, bro is the size of the Eiffel Tower, so bro took like 8 years to get behind him, and as he's getting ready to attack, he gets backhanded out the way. Now they're face to face. GOMAH throws a punch, but Vegeta parries with a kick. Next, he punches his punch out the way, and shit looks like he's fighting the Master Hand. And looking at it now, the size difference looks even crazier than when he was in kid form. He's not even bigger than his finger. The camera pans away, and it's Glorio doing this, "Sorry ma'am, I had to." I bow, and she's just giving bro the cold shoulder. And I can't blame her, cause from her perspective, not only did you betray her, the wish you did make is low-key shitty, cause it don't even guarantee a win for real. He's still out there with that third eye, terrorizing everyone. But the camera's gonna come back to Vegeta, and we see that he's getting accustomed to his body, and GOMAH's just running him down, spamming E-Blast, but he smoothly evades and returns firing blast at him, covering his vision. But since he can't see, this causes him to crash into the pillar, but he comes out just fine and he's smiling. He fires more blast at him, and he's going to maneuver around in the air and come down. And from this angle right here, I was very confused at what he was aiming at. And his reaction didn't make it look any better. I thought he was genuinely getting his shit blown to smithereens. But they finally give us the full view, and I'm like, oh, that's what he was aiming at. The stomach. The blast makes him hurl spit. And for whatever reason, Vegeta lets his foot off the gas and just stares at him. GOMAH sees that and smirks, because he knows he has an opportunity to fight back. He tries to crush him, and now we see the reason why Vegeta stopped himself. He was waiting for a cool moment like this to show off the adult Super Saiyan, because GOMAH's then gonna try to crush him, but he powers up, getting the hands off him, and then kicks him clean in the gut, and it launches him back. He flies towards him, and we see lightning, so you already know what he's about to show without telling. GOMAH knew too. He over there panicking, throwing Ki Blast, trying to keep him away. He had enough transformations for the day. Vegeta's finally going to stop and commit to the transformation, showing off that Super Saiyan 3. And bro is just sitting there with his arms folded and eyes closed. And it was all so he could put that shit on IG. But now it's time to show off the power. And the speed is crazy. Just like with Super Saiyan 3 Goku blitzing GOMAH, Vegeta does the same but makes it look 3 times colder. The punch made bro partake in Pilates, got the hands touching the toes off one punch. And that's not even the coldest part, cause the camera's gonna get real close and he's just slowly lifting him up with swag. Then, he's gonna step back and attack and make GOMAH's face look like a ruffled bedsheet, before sending him flying across the map. And then Vegeta's gonna D-dash in. Damn, do you see the distance he covered in such little time? Yeah, this is a man who's hungry for that win. Sends him flying up, then stomps him down. And this is where it gets real disrespectful, cause now Vegeta is just going to juggle him in midair. As he's falling down, he hits the spine, it pushes him up, then he's gonna punch him, making him hit the kissy face. Then he gets dragged across the screen like a DVD idle screen. Then Vegeta stomps him down again into another backcracker, and sheesh. I know a chiropractor is watching this shit itching to try this move out on their next victim. I mean client. They be swanton bombing their clients back, having them scream like this. Talking about some, yeah bro, you should be better now, try walking now. Bro, I can't, you just took my hoop dreams away. And it's gonna get even more violent than this, as Vegeta's gonna directly target his spine, repeatedly punching him in the back. And after he was done, he's gonna slowly levitate, do a backflip while his arms are folded, and then he's gonna stomp him down. Had his hands and legs in the air, causing the fall to make him look like he was drowning, crashing into the rocks and falling flat on his back. That shit had me filled with glee, but then I remembered GOMAH still has that third eye to heal himself, so that shit was pointless for real. And this is why I hate on regen characters. This is that low skilled trash that be taking the fun out of fights. Vegeta's gonna spam him down with the Ki Blast, and then he's gonna fly down and punch GOMAH, taking him down to a different sub-layer. The way this man makes my smile fade has to be studied, because after doing all that, he's gonna hit the not so final flash pose. I already knew what's coming next, and it's not a win. He's gonna fire the beam, and GOMAH tries to counter, but the output of power is just too much, so Vegeta wins the clash and sends him off. After that, GOMAH's just gonna come back with his arms folded and the party is officially over. The final flash just expends way too much energy, and for a dude who heals and regains stamina, the fight just becomes way too easy. He punches him back up to the arena and Vegeta's officially shook. And you know his pride is not gonna let him call for help, so now the characters are on the side, game planning on how they're actually gonna deal with GOMAH. Ku gets a book, reads through it, and finds that there's actually a straightforward way of removing the eye. You just have to hit bro in the back of the head 3 times and the eye drops. But the issue still stands that Vegeta will real life not let anyone join in the fight even though he's getting his ass beat. And this is where Bulma comes in clutch, cause mid fight she's gonna tell him to stop fighting and he says no. And mind you, at this point in the fight he doesn't even have Super Saiyan on at all. So she has no choice but to hit him with the ult. tells bro that if he doesn't stop fighting right now, she'll never take a bath with his dirty ass again. And nah, the genuine fear of losing that is written all over his face. He just like me for real. And the way he flew back was crazy. I'd never seen a dude move faster than instant transmission until today, but the job was done. Vegeta's out the fight, and now it's time for Goku to step in, and we can finally see that adult Super Saiyan
Just like
4.
me for real.
So now Goku's gonna fly up and stare down GOMAH. He goes from 1 to 2 to 3. Then he's gonna do a beautiful callback to the Buu saga. He says it's time to go further beyond. And that was straight music to my ears. This my Beethoven. He's gonna rip his shirt off and charge up. And I really don't know what's in the air today. Just know how Goku's in the sky doing the power up. Then the aura covers the arena. And bro, look. Now all of a sudden, he down here climbing up the rock. This man really reintroduced himself. And the reactions genuinely have me crying because they're really all shocked to see this form like Goku didn't have this on last fight. But as a kid, Goku's gonna give us a tough pose and get into his stance. And now it's time for the boxing to commence. Goku's gonna go and be aggressive first, flying in and instantly landing a right. Having GOMAH looking crazy, he got like 50 frames in this day alone looking like this. Maybe he should reconsider being evil. This might not be for him for real. If you always out here looking like this. He gets his face slammed to the floor and it puts a crater in the ground. And GOMAH must like being punched in the face because he's not going to decide to move Goku's hand off his face or nothing. He's just going to brute force his way back up and use his eye ability to make Goku go on the defensive. Then he's going to hit this kip up and clash his fist. He does it again, but this time he breaks through and gets a right onto Goku. And this is where they get up close and personal. Goku's going to throw a right, GOMAH blocks, and Goku connects a left. Then he blocks using an X, and Goku sends him back. They're gonna go in and scrap, and Goku decides mid-fight that he doesn't feel like doing this, so he's just gonna go and fly away. And he tries blasting. Goku wasn't having it, so he kicks him, gives him a left right, then a left again to send him off. The ass beating is starting to get to him, cause he's not even doing moves anymore. He just runs at him with 2 hands and key stands, angry as shit. Goku defends himself, and that gets him even more angry. He like, fuck you defending yourself for? Get hit by my abilities. Stupid ass. GOMAH tries to chase Goku down, but he's gonna flip out the way and try punching him. Then he turns GOMAH into the prey, cause now he's behind him for an attack, but he blocks and they clash fists. And now Goku decides to break the cycle because he's gonna back fist him, 2-hand bonk him down, and chase after him. And that is the face of a man on a mission. He runs in, puts in pressure, and flies out. GOMAH thought he was smart though, punching through the rock, but Goku was ready for that. He flies in, sliding on his arm, and kicks the shit out of him. Then he's gonna fly up and hit him with an up tilt. His ass made sure he healed right after that. Then he's gonna flex his aura like he wasn't getting his ass beat. Then he's gonna fly in, and where the hell did this come from? Goku got hit with that and said, oh nah, let me do that shit too. But GOMAH was ready for that. Shit low-key pissed him off that he even tried that. Look at how he backhanded him away. I don't think I've seen this level of anger since Frieza. GOMAH's gonna spawn in this weapon and then he's just gonna summon bacteria and shit. I know Itachi would be sweating bullets right now, but not Goku. He's able to fight it off, Itachi's immune system can't relate, and decides to fly back and attack GOMAH. They're going to clash, pushing all that shit away, and now it's mano a mano. Goku's gonna start it off strong, opening with a kick, sending him back, and he tries to follow it up, but it was a trap. Got him. He steps on his back, and Goku's gonna try to trip him in mid-air, but that shit does nothing. And he has to dodge a right twice, but it comes up with nothing. Goku said, alright, it's my turn. Punches him with the right of his own, sending him flying, and GOMAH comes out, and they clash. And what was the point of this? They trying to make a frame worse than Vegeta and Zarbon? Goku's gonna puff up his chest and grab him, and yeah. Hey yo, GOMAH already has horrendous frames of him, so he's gonna try to cover this one up, literally. Gathering rocks to put Goku in a Chabaku Tensei, but that weak shit only works in Naruto. We got dudes in this universe able to walk through time and shit. Goku easily breaks out and comes with another right, and they got him making an upside down U. Oh my goodness. He's gonna push him off and heal himself again, and now it's time for round 2. They're gonna clash, and Goku's gonna get the idea to fire Ki Blast to purposely put his guard up, and he used it as a chance to close the distance and send him down. And I never seen a dude with infinite regeneration throw attacks with this much fear. Bro, we see the sweat glands like a new 2K release. And like a shark in the water, Goku smelled blood, using that sparking mode and giving the business. They fly at each other and clash fists, but this time, Goku overpowers him. GOMAH throws a punch and Goku blocks. And Goku lands a right, flips over, and kicks him in the face. Yeah, Goku been in the fight mad long. He tired of his ass now, cause he's just gonna give him straight headshots. Then sends him flying and says,
I'm not finished.
grabs him, and this dude is already petrified. Don't worry, bro. He's just taking you out for a little spin. Hits him with the dragon throw, and bro's arms are flailing like an inflatable. Goku got the chase down on Hall of Fame too, as he comes in and kicks him, sending him flying. He hits him again, comes around, and hits him back that way. Goma's gonna try to key spam, but Goku's gonna use great bait with his ki blast, causing him to hit the irresistible block animation. And he's so focused on the attack, he doesn't notice Goku sneaking around, and it's gonna be costly. Punch got bro hitting the Sonic run, and I thought the punch was gonna send him flying, but no. He's gonna drag his face into the wall, and Sun is devouring this rock. My goodness. Goku's gonna end it, sending him to the ground, and now it's time for Goku to do the finisher. He's going to majestically start the Kamehameha, and Goma knows this is over, cause what is this face? Way to give your opponent confidence, dumbass. But he decides to partake in the clash anyways, uses his strongest move, and it commences. Of course Goku wins though, but instead of the blast engulfing the opponent like beams normally do, this one's gonna be a concentrated blast right through Goma's body on that ace shit. The One Piece animators had to sign somewhere, I guess. And nah, this detail is crazy. We got Kamehameha residue on the hands now? I've seen enough. Redo Super. Goma is as free as ever now that he's badly injured. And this has to be the most disappointing thing I've seen Piccolo do. He has one job, land 3 hits, right? So tell me, what in his right mind made him decide to do these slow ass heavy attacks? Man, if you don't think quicker than that, like there's really no way you should be having final lines in between attacks. Why is your mouth moving? Focus on the attack. And the worst part is, his dumbass really gets hit away before he can land 3 straight. Goku down there looking like he about to strangle him. But thankfully someone with common sense comes in, and the name is Ku. Bro comes in and does these 3 quick taps with the book and knocks the eye out. Thank you. And that is how Goma is defeated. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you for 743k. We moving.
Alright, y'all. That's the end of the video. That yeah, I mean, I like watching Codename Super and Blink Boy because they break it down and show you parts in there. Like, again, I've already watched all of that when it first came out, right? When episodes were dropping, I was there, I was watching it. So, you know, and as a regular watcher, you're just enjoying animation, and you're just enjoying like watching, you know, the anime or the show. You're not really paying attention to small details sometimes. I mean, I don't know about that girl scene from One Punch Man, him sliding down the grass like that. I mean, hey, I'm not gonna speak on that, but listen, we ain't really paying attention to all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's nice when Blank Boy and Codename Super are able to catch stuff like that and show it again while commentating on it. And it's extremely funny. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. That was hilarious. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it too. If so, y'all know what to do. But until then, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Y'all take it easy.